Okay, today is June the 22nd, 2025. We're in the tomato garden here. This happened within 2 days. As you can see the yellow on the leaves, we had so much rain, sometimes you can stand here yet and still push the water out of the ground. But this is what they call an early blight. This will completely devastate your tomatoes. So this is what it looks like before. I'm using a fungicide right now to control early and late blight. I'll have to get the name of it for you then. But then this is what it looks like after we prune them. There's one yet. Gotta get off. Anything with a black dot or anything on it, you want to try to get it off to try to help save your plants, because this can kill them within a couple days. You will completely lose all your tomatoes. And we have like 39 tomato plants here. Here's the bucket of stuff so far. You want to destroy this stuff. You do not want to put it in a compost pile. This blight can be carried in from the air, which we had a lot of rain. A lot of rain will do it. The wind will bring it in. Anything from the ground, anything touching the ground, we do have the black plastic down. And we did use our plastic or our fence over from last year. We did not have a blight last year, but it would be very costly to try to buy new fencing every year. So you have to try to do what you can, but sometimes this stuff can overwinter. So you just have to figure out what you want to do. Try to do something with your fence, maybe bleach it or something to try to take and stop it, get rid of it. But I don't know. I don't know how you do that really to get it done right. You can only do what you're doing when you're gardening. Try to do your best and hope for the best. So, but this is what we're doing to try to save our tomatoes right now. Hopefully it works, but this stuff we have works on tomatoes, potatoes, anything just about it. Get a blight on it, except for strawberries. I don't believe you can put it on strawberries. Okay, back to the tomatoes again. So here you can see what this stuff is. So what we do is we prune them off. Okay, they do tell you to sterilize your clippers in between. When you have this many tomato plants, it'd be very hard to do it. This clippers has a spray on it. If the spray takes care of the fungus in the first place, I think as long as it's on it, it should help. Like I say, you can only do what you can only try and do what you can. But this is how you prune them off. Now, when you spray them, you want to spray the stems real good, because this will attack the stems, and that's what kills your plant. So what I'm doing is I am doing this side of the tomato, and you want to do this before the sun gets out too far. This is like 8:30 in the morning yet. A little late on it, but the sun's just starting to hit here. But you want to really spray them. Get this stuff on it, all over them. Get them dripping, and really spray the stems, because like I say, it will attack the stems. When you start seeing the black spots on the stems, you really got to try to keep after it. Now, they tell you to use this stuff every 7 days. Like I said, we had a lot of rain, which I think everybody did. We did get these in about 2-3 weeks ago. They're looking great. Otherwise, besides this blight hitting them. So we'll let you know what this stuff is. I do not like using stuff it's not organic, but unfortunately, organic stuff is getting harder to get that is good. You got to do what you have to do with it just to try to save your crop. So like I said, we're going to try this. Hopefully it will take care of it. Every 7 days, keep up with it. So, okay. Okay, so I don't know what happened. My phone wasn't working, but anyway, we have a lot of tomatoes, so we come on both sides of them and spray the stems and stuff. So remember, if you don't try, you already failed. So the best thing you can do is get out there, get it done, because you know, most likely if you don't get it done with your tomatoes and stuff, if you don't take care of the problem, you're not going to have them to enjoy them throughout the winter. And if you're like we are, we live off of our vegetables. We put about 500 to 600 quarts up. This year we're probably going to do more yet because stuff is really getting expensive. So, but remember, if you don't try, you already failed. And how can you, at least if you try and something happens, you at least tried it anyway. Okay? If you didn't try, you didn't succeed. So, have a good day and take that for a word of wisdom. Okay, one more thing. When you see these are what they classify as suckers. Back in here is where you're, I don't know if you can see that or not in the daylight. But anyway, the ones with the yellow leaves on, or the brown or black or black spots and everything else, they're usually mostly your sucker ones. This is your main, one of your ones that's going to produce tomatoes. These will never produce tomatoes. So when you're doing this, as you can see, it looks sightly. They are stripped down, but this will actually help your tomatoes. We used to call it French pruning a long time ago, and it gives airflow to them, and it will actually give you bigger tomatoes because it puts more energy into the fruit itself. So when you do this, you're not hurting the plant, you're actually helping it. Now, when it gets closer to them getting ripe, what you want to do is you do want to let some of these leaves grow so they go over top of them, so they don't get over top of the fruit, so it does not get sun scald. You can get that. Today they're calling for a high 80s, just about 90. And then this week they want it in the 90s. So that's why I'm trying to get this done here before that weather hits. So this fungicide gets a chance to do its work, stop whatever's happening, and let the tomatoes enjoy this new sunshine that we have that we didn't have for the last 2 months. We hardly had any sunshine. So, but our broccoli, I don't know if you can see it in here, it's grown like crazy. Okay, that loves it. The grass loves it too, but unfortunately this stuff doesn't. So, okay, we'll be back. Okay, so this is a 5-gallon bucket. This is all the leaves. This is how many leaves we got off. Some of them didn't look too bad, but like I said, if they had a spot on them at all, like starting on the end, I took them off. This is what we're using this year to try to prevent it and to stop it. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, have a good day. Bye.